Hour number 3 of Lubbock's First News on the air, 790 KFYO, online at KFYO.com. I'm Chad Hasty along with Rex Andrew.
Good morning.
Glad to be with you again here on the radio. Give us a call at 770-5790. Toll free, 1-800-687-0790, star 790 on those AT&T wireless phones. That is the Johnny Bailey Wireless Listener Line. You can also send an email, chad at KFYO.com. That's chad at KFYO.com. Sign up for the advisory board at KFYO.com. You can earn points, win prizes, and so much more. Also, you can connect to us at chadhasty.com. You can reach us on Twitter, Facebook, blogs, podcasts, and a lot more at chadhasty.com. And joining us in studio, you hear us talking about social media all the time, and Twitter, Facebook, blogs, everything about social media with this show. Well, out in Levelland on Friday, July 31st, they're going to have a seminar, Social Media Smart, starting the conversation about social media or social web tools and strategies. And joining us in studio is Dave Quinn, the Executive Director of the Levelland Economic Development Corporation, and also Matt Gerhardt, Director of NewCelebrity.com. Good morning.
Thanks.
Good morning.
Good
Thanks
morning.
for having us.
How are y'all doing today?
I'm fine.
For those who don't know, and Dave, I'll let you start off a little bit on this. What is this seminar going to be about, and what can people get out of it?
Well, we really wanted to give our businesses and local chambers and superintendents an opportunity to really figure out what social media is. I think everybody kind of knows Facebook, and they're starting to kind of get a feel for it out here, but we wanted to take that a little bit further and show businesses how they can leverage social media to engage their customers and really begin to really just start the conversation with their customers through social media. And so we obviously got Matt Gerhardt here, one of the hometown boys, to come back and help with that, and we're very excited about the opportunity.
Matt, how can a business, I mean, you know, we talk about with radio shows, they can benefit from social media, cities can benefit from social media. How does that relate to the normal business guy? I mean, how can they use social media to benefit them?
Well, in a couple different ways. First off, looking at consumer-based businesses that have a lot of consumers buying their products and things like that. The number one goal for any kind of marketing strategy is to get people talking about their product, talking about why they love it, and giving people the tools to speak about why they love it, the experiences they've had with the given product. Can only give more exposure and also kind of a positive outlook on a particular product. And also connecting their customers so they kind of have not only a relationship with each other, but a relationship with the product around kind of each other. So it's kind of like a friend's, experiencing this kind of enjoyment. For business-to-business relationships, it changes a little bit. Then it's kind of more about making sure that the most amount of information can be accessed, and so that you can build a relationship with this other business and kind of explore those avenues. So it's really about sharing information.
Twitter's getting a lot of attention, Facebook, but there are a number of others too. How can a business owner know which one of these media to use?
Well, that's a great question. And it's actually, at the end of the day, this is really the important thing, is that it's not about the tools that you're using. It's about the connections that you make. And so for any given business to know kind of which tools to use, it's kind of about looking at, this is the number one thing that I say to all businesses that I work with: who are your customers, where do they play, and go play with them. That's really the idea that we kind of approach all kinds of social media with. So it's about kind of knowing who your customers are and what they're interested in, which is the grounds for any kind of marketing.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but for some businesses, it takes a full-time person to deal with these new media, correct?
That is true. A lot of, especially larger brands, are starting to hire internal social media directors and things like that. Of course, companies like my company, we get hired as consultants to kind of give businesses and organizations a tone of how social media can work within their company. And so yeah, it's a full-time job from both the consultancy side and also kind of internally.
Does it also depend on the type of business, whether they would benefit better from using a blog versus something like Twitter?
Oh, totally. Some companies don't need a blog, and a blog might be a huge mistake. So it's really about knowing the context of what do your customers want and what do they need to know. One of the catchphrases that I like to tell my employees and think about for myself is Are we a company of solutions or are we a company of selling things? For the most successful social media projects and marketing things have given their customers a solution to a problem that they need, not just help sell the brand.
You had an interesting comment there. For some companies, a blog might be a mistake. How come?
Because they might not have anything to blog about. I'm trying to think of a really good example. They might make a lot of kind of mistakes, kind of reveal too much information about XYZ. The best example, of course, is Walmart's. They tried to do a blog about 3 years ago, and where employees could blog about their favorite products and things like that. Well, it turned out it was all fake, and they had just kind of a marketing team was kind of like producing a blog and things like that. Now that's kind of a...
And then if someone finds out that it's fake and it's a marketing team doing, so you lose a lot of trust among your customers.
You
right?
do. That's kind of an extreme example. But for a lot of times, I'm really big on returns on investment. So the amount of time and energy and money that your company spends on social media needs to be returned. If a blog takes up so much time, then what's the investment on that? What's the return on that?
And it also seems sometimes with a blog, I mean, it has to be constantly updated, and there has to be content there with the blog on. Well, something like Twitter, I mean, you could just put something in, hey, a sale going on here, or check us out here. I mean, it's real easy because, again, it's the micro blogging. You got 140 characters to use versus a blog where you really got to start writing stuff, and you got to have it updated at least every day.
Yeah, sometimes that can be a great thing. Sometimes that can be more trouble than it's worth.
How important is video on the website? Some of these, Facebook, you can put video on there. And
video is not as portable as photographs yet. I think with the iPhone 3GS, video is going to become a little bit more versatile to the normal user, but it still doesn't go as far as a photograph will. So it's kind of, the user has to focus on the video and watch that. Well, the web is about a lot of different media coming from a lot of different places. And while video can be really great and really entertaining, you do have to kind of focus in on that, and it's kind of a one-way thing. So video hasn't quite got to the stage where I think it will in the next 5 years, but currently it's kind of, it does go as far as pictures or audio, I think.
And one of the best things for businesses right now with social media is it's free.
Exactly. In a sense.
Well, yeah.
If you factor in time and money, that might not be a thing if you factor in consultants.
And if you have to hire someone to do all your social media, I guess it isn't free. But
I do like to make money. But the main focus that social media does give is it does give kind of local businesses and small businesses a platform to compete with national brands on. And that's the really, really big thing. And that's one of the reasons why I've kind of come back to Levelland for the summer. I live in London most of the year. And to kind of look at what small communities and small businesses can do with these tools and how they can compete with larger businesses.
Living in, and just kind of getting on a personal level, living in London, and how much easier is it now to kind of connect back to your hometown and everything else with social media that's out there?
That's a great question. I pride myself on saying that I live in 2 continents at the same time because I'm actually dating a girl in Houston. I do travel quite a bit, so that helps out. But being able to send text messages over iChat for free, being able to Twitter and Facebook and video and Skype and things like that, I mean, it really doesn't feel like I'm gone that much. Mm-hmm. I'm able to talk to people on a casual level, friends on a casual level, and kind of maintain a lot of those relationships.
And you can always, take that and then put it in the business world, and it can almost work the same.
A lot of my personal life does kind of reflect a little bit of some of the ideas and thought processes.
That's actually how we connected, was through Twitter and some of my social. I started doing the social things, and I think Matt picked up on that and started kind of following what we were doing in Levelland. We started the conversation about having him come back and actually help expand it beyond just what I was doing, but allowing businesses to kind of catch on and actually make it a more valuable tool as we get more and more residents of Levelland onto the social media tools and applications.
And this seminar is going to be out at South Plains College, and for people who want more information and how they can register for the event, how do they do that?
Just go to golevelland.com/SMS, Social Media Smarts, and all the information's there. We're only taking registrations online, and really easy to do.
All right, well, guys, we appreciate you coming in, and it is the wave of the future, as they say, but and it really is. It helps connect a lot of people, and I really believe in it. I think it'll help a lot of businesses out there, and we wish you guys the best of luck coming up on July 31st. Hopefully some businesses